Okay. Now we're moving on to something else that actually popped up in recommendations uh, while I was doing some other searches and found Abyss by Jin. And of course, for those of you who wonder, yes, dual set. It's favorited. It's sitting in front of my monitor. I got the lyrics pulled up and everything. But before we start this actually has a note from Jin about the song that I wanted to read before we started because I think that honestly it's important. It says, written and produced by Boomzoo, Jin, RM, and P Dog. Not a surprise there. This track was released 2 hours before Jin's birthday. Below his note translates to, "Hello, this is Jin. Recently, during a press conference, there was a time when I said I don't want to share my sad emotions with the fans because I'd only want to show them good things. However, when it comes to music, it's a different story. Although I don't want to share such emotions through my actions, I think it would be okay to show the fans such emotions through music. To be honest, I experienced a major burnout lately, and I think it's because I had many thoughts about myself that I said such a thing. Achieving number one on Billboard Top 100, getting congratulated by many people, but am I someone who can receive all these? There are many who love music more than I do, who are better with music than I am. But is it okay that I get to have this joy and receive these congratulations? Those were the thoughts I had. And the deeper I was submerged in thoughts, the more painful it felt. And that's why I think I wanted to just put everything down. I also just got counseling on this and it made it through each day. Then I talked with Bang, PD, Nim, and he suggested writing a song on this emotion. To him, I said, I'm not confident to do a good job. And what if the outcome is not good? When I'm already at a position where I shouldn't fail. And Bang said, such things are not important. But if you give it a try, you'll surely do a good job. I'll look for someone who has a good fit for you. So that's how I met this songwriter Kai. Yeah, it's I'm assuming that it's Boomzoo. It's Kai. I'm gonna mispronounce the name. I'm sorry. Bomju Hunim. And I shared with him my current emotions and many things. He's a light-hearted, positive person. He said he wanted to help me and brighten me up with his positive energy, saying, let's write about many anxieties. We can always try again if it doesn't work. So we talked about many things. He made a track out of my emotions on the spot. I wrote down what I wanted to say, and Abyss was complete. I'd like to thank you, Kai, once again. It's a bit gloomy of a song that doesn't suit my birthday, but I thought it would be awkward to release this on any other day other than my birthday, so I decided to release Abyss on my birthday. Armies, please enjoy the song, even if it might be lacking. P.S. to our leader, who wrote the lyrics of the chorus, thank you. And of course, I have it here. Let's listen to it.
숨을 참고서 나의 바다로 들어간다. 아름답고도 슬피 우는 나를 마주한다. 저 어둠 속에 날 찾아가 말하고 싶어. 오늘은 널 더 알고 싶다고 yeah. 아직도 나는 내게 머물러 있다. 목소리 나오질 않고 맴돌고만 있다. 저 까만 거 잠기고 싶어. 가보고 싶어. I'll be there. 오늘도 또 너의 주위를 맴돈다. 너에게 갈수록 숨이 차오르고 넌 더 멀어지는 것 같아. 더 깊은 바다로 들어간 건 아닐까 yeah. 저 바다 속에 날 찾아가 말하고 싶어 오늘은 널 더 알고 싶다고 yeah. 아직도 나는 내게 머물러 있다 목소리 나오질 않고 맴돌고만 있다 저 까만 걸 잡히고 싶어 가보고 싶어
That's nice.
I'll be there 오늘도 이렇게 너의 곁으로 눈을 감는다
Beautiful. Taking in all this information, I think sometimes it makes me rethink how you got to think about success. I think the interesting thing is that I think we all have a preconceived idea of what success is. And I think sometimes not only do we have this preconceived notion about what success is, sometimes it actually affects how we think about success and someone's life, and I think it really kind of affects an image in our mind. And I don't want to be like that person that's like, oh, success is just whatever makes you happy. Because even that, I think, is not fully it, right? I feel like when I listen to this song, someone who is literally probably in the most popular group since the Beatles could very much just feel like nothing was ever wrong, nothing was ever bad, nothing could go wrong, and never have a second thought about what they were doing. And I think, to me, there's a couple of things that I wanted to discuss. First and foremost, I think the big thing is for me, I think when I think of success, it's how well you can do. You know, when situations arise, good and bad, how you handle yourself. The next thing that I think is required that success is yes, being able to be happy with yourself. I think the next thing that we have to talk about when it comes to success, at least for me personally, is that when you can look at a situation that is difficult and be able to learn from it and not let it keep you down. I think that's kind of the big things. For me, I mean, obviously, monetarily speaking, success could be measured a lot easier in a lot of senses, but there is a lot of unhappy rich people. There's a lot of unhappy poor people. I think it's a test of who you are. That's kind of where you can be happiest. So, this song itself, I'm going to play it for just a second.
I'll be there 오늘도 또 너의 주위를 맴돈다.
I find it so interesting, taking it to a simple, just stripped down song. Just him, guitar, a couple of small accompaniments.
너에게 갈수록 숨이 차오르고.
And to me, this is actually the correct choice, I think, because personally for me, I think that when I think about a song like this, I wouldn't want something super bombastic. I I think the other idea is here too. One thing that I think we have to kind of look at is just in terms of a vocalist or singing, what is also kind of a bit of a success story. And I think that a lot of times it's really easy to just see who is the best singer and say, this is it. This is how you can measure yourself as a success as a musician. And hey, look, sure, I've been on multiple fronts on this, and I've thought and fought through many different ideas. I'm fighting through this even still when I do this channel. That, to me, my first original thought was who could be the fastest guitar, who could be the loudest, who could play the most technical theme, who could be the most technically proficient, to getting into opera and saying, like, this is the best person because they can do this with their vocals, they can do this, they can do that. And then kind of realizing that what truly I feel like success as a song is if it can make you feel something. And listen, there's people that I know that listen to music that I absolutely just can never get behind. And they're just like, man, this just speaks to me. And I think to myself, that person must feel successful as a singer, because if they can elicit that emotion, then I think that it's working. And to me, the emotion that I feel in this song is exactly what the note wrote. There is kind of like a blue feeling to it, right? That abyss that he kind of sings about is, I think, in a sense, a really interesting topic, because a lot of times the darkest abyss can be our minds. And like I said, depending on how you elicit the idea of what success is, it can really change. And the way that I like, or what I like about this song is just that feeling of just, there is almost kind of this drudging, pulling down feeling, like you're trying to stay above water, but there's kind of this feeling of just like that crushing feeling of the sea. Pretty good, actually. I really think that this song is pretty unique. This song is pretty fun. I actually really think this fits Jin's voice very well. I do. I actually think that this is something that a lot of times I kind of wish that groups can bring back simplicity. I think sometimes simplicity is really looked down upon. And to me, when I listen to this song, I'm just like, this is exactly why I think a lot of times that simplicity works best. I do. Let me know what y'all think about this song. We'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you. Have a good one. Goodbye.